Well, welcome back to Morning Break with this live look outside with our downtown Savannah sky cam. Awfully nice day downtown Savannah. It's awfully clear at least, and you know there are a lot of stories told about that great historic district down there, from all our great local bookstores to being the birthplace of Flannery O'Connor to, of course, the book. Savannah has a rich literary background, and one local organization is using that to their advantage, bringing together like-minded individuals to celebrate and support diverse literature in a very unique way. Seersucker Live puts on reading performances in an entertaining and accessible way. Co-founder and president Chris Baronato is here with us this morning with a look ahead to the latest Seersucker Live shows, Spring Fever. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Hey, great, Tim. How are you doing?
It seems like we've been doing this a long time, and you told me earlier 2010 is when Seersucker Live started.
Yeah, you guys have been gracious enough to have us on every once in a while to promote
That's
it. So I appreciate
neat.
it.
A lot of folks are familiar with it, but some might not be. Just give them an overview of what a Seersucker Live show is like.
Okay, well, we're a local literary nonprofit, and the idea is that, although we appreciate traditional, bookstore, coffee shop, literary readings, we thought that we could encourage a broader audience to come to the shows if it's more entertaining, if there's music, and it's a little bit more lively, fast-paced, and fun. And it benefits the audience because they have a good time, and it benefits the readers because they're in a looser, more relaxed atmosphere.
Right, so you will have readings at some of them, but then some of them might turn into little performances that you would do rather than the straight reading.
Yeah, I mean, we always try to shake things up. We have readers who'll come and they'll read poetry or, from their books. I sometimes do an original song for the show. We have games that we play with the audience. And then we've done interactive things before. We had a graphic novel episode where we projected comic book panels on the wall behind us, and that went really great.
So, I mean, we said in the intro that this is a way to make literature accessible to everybody, and that's what you're doing. By bringing the people into the show, making the audience really part of it, it just makes it a little bit more fun, makes people a little bit more interested in what you're talking about.
Right, and also I should point out that even though we talk about how fun the show is, we do encourage the whole spectrum of emotions from the readers and from our audience.
Yeah.
Not everything that the readers read is expected to be like fun and snappy.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get some really heartfelt poetry or memoirs, and so it's important to get the whole spectrum of emotions that are.
Yeah, and you always have authors presenting their work at this, and you try to go with 2 local, 1 visiting. You have a superstar coming in for the Spring Fever show.
Yeah, Kristen Arnett. She's a Florida writer. She's a 2-time Lambda Literary Award nominee and a New York Times bestselling author of Mostly Dead Things. She's funny. Her writing is very visceral, and yeah, we're really excited to have her on.
Fantastic. And so she will be presenting something from her latest novel?
She'll be the current novel. She has another novel coming out soon called Clown. We're looking forward to that one too, but she'll probably be reading from With Teeth or Mostly Dead Things, and we're looking forward to that.
Okay. So who are our local authors this time?
We have Sam Rush, who is a poet, and Sam was nominated for Georgia Author of the Year and was a National Poetry Slam finalist, so we're really excited to have them. And then Keith Miller Jr. Wrote a book called Pretty. Keith's an educator and an artist, and also is currently making an animated version of his book. So it'd be great to, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with that, having a book and an animated film to go along with it.
Neat. So this is all happening Thursday, Front Porch Improv. Folks can get tickets in advance, and they can save a couple bucks by doing that too. Yeah,
it's $15 if you order from frontporch.com or frontporchimprov.com, and then it's $18 at the door. And we encourage people to show up at between 6 and 7 because there'll be a cocktail hour, and so people can mingle, maybe meet the authors. And then the show starts at 7.
I was going to ask you, will people have an opportunity to maybe meet, maybe get a book signed by the authors during the cocktail hour?
Oh yeah, we'll be selling lots of books there. We always sell a ton of books there, and the authors will be available to say hello, sign books, and talk to the fans.
Excellent. Well, Chris, thanks so much for coming in. It is the Spring Fever Seersucker Live event coming up Thursday night, Front Porch Improv. Always good to see you. Congratulations on the years and years of success with this, and great to see you getting people back together and talking about some fun stuff, but some serious stuff as well.
Thank you, Tim.
Chris, thanks. Appreciate it. Well, it took an extra day, but the RBC Heritage got a great new champion.